It was Sita, the wife of Rama in Indian mythology, who said, war, in some ways, is merciful to men. It makes them heroes if they're victors, and if they're vanquished, they do not live to see their homes taken, their wives widowed, or their mothers grieved. But if you're a woman, you must live through defeat. You become a mother of dead sons, a widow or an orphan, or worse, a prisoner. Our story today is about war, but more importantly about sons and mothers on a universal scale. Meanwhile, in a small village in rural India, a child whose name we no longer recall is born to an adoring mother.
കിടാവോ
child born in this rural part of India is a pleasant, healthy, robust and playful boy. He grows up to be a handsome and witty young man, beloved by his mother and the neighbourhood alike. In 1914, the then undivided India, which included Burma and Bangladesh and Pakistan and Nepal and Bhutan and Sri Lanka, sent more than 1 million personnel overseas to fight in the Great War. The single largest volunteer army ever assembled. These men came from the length and breadth of India, from an extremely diverse range of religious, linguistic and ethnic cultural backgrounds. Proud of these ethnic roots and religious identities, they were united in their mission to help Britain and the motherland. The Times newspaper commented at the time, "The British nation is overwhelmed by the completeness and unanimity of the enthusiastic aid coming from the Empire in India." These men served in extremely difficult weather conditions and amidst the appalling brutality of the battlefield. Yet they fought bravely, often wearing inadequate uniforms in unfamiliar trench warfare. By the end of the conflict, over 9,000 decorations have been awarded to soldiers from the Indian subcontinent, including 11 Victoria Crosses, the highest award for battlefield bravery a man can receive. There are memorials to Hindu and Sikh soldiers in Brighton to this day, to Muslim fighting men in Woking, and on the Gurkha Memorial in London, the inscription reads, "The bravest of the brave, the most generous of the generous. Never has a country had more faithful friends than you." And what of our 18-year-old boy who waved goodbye to his mother? Did he really know who or what he was fighting for? I had this Auntie Alice, who lived to be a ripe old age, nearly 100 when she died, and she wept still in her 90s when she talked about 3 uncles of hers who left the farmland in the Yorkshire Wolds town of Sutton-upon-Dure went to fight in the war, in the First World War. None of them came back. Wilf and Harry and Arthur died in the mud of the Somme and Passchendaele. So about 3 years ago, I decided I'd visit the battlefields myself and try to find their names. And in trying to find the name of my Uncle Wilf, I came across some very unfamiliar ones, like Major Qureshi, Hazrat Gul, Mohammed Aslam, Piara Singh, Raki Mudin, Nur Alam, Chanda Bahabaragai. And it hit me right there and then that for every Wilf and Harry and Arthur, like my great uncles, there's a Sandeep and a Mohammed and a Ravinder. But I started to cry. Mahatma Gandhi is said to have uttered, "If a madman takes a gun to me, then I must smile." He also said, "Force has never solved any of the world's problems." Our finale this evening is to remember all mothers' sons and a dance of world peace and harmony.
Tang ta jam ta gnum ta ta ka ta na ta di jam jam janu ta di dim dim ta na ta di. Tang ta jam ta gnum ta ta ka ta di ta di jam jam janu ta di jam jam ta na ta di. Ta da 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 mi da ga da ti da di da di mi da ga da ti da di da di mi da ga da di ta di janu di janu janu ta di to 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 da di mi da ga da ti janu ta di ta na ta di jam jam ta na ta di.
I've watched Indian dancing for a long time, but this group has performed very well tonight.
It was beautiful. The costumes were just stunning.
Yes, it's a beautiful form of dance.
Actually weave a story into it like that that's very pertinent. I can imagine, it keeps the audience
concentrating and listening because you've got a story to tell.
Bewildered where it all came from and how everybody got together. I mean, who started the idea off? How long has it been going? And where did all the performers come from? It's amazing.
I think the flautist was very good.
I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was really beautiful and multi-layered. Surprised at how emotional the dance was.
It's just so very gracious. First time I've watched Indian dancing, I was just fascinated with they spoke with their eyes, their hands and their feet. I couldn't stop watching the feet and the movements. It was just absolutely gracious.
I think having Ian Clayton as the narrator as well was a really rich addition.
I've been involved with Annapurna Dance Company for a few years now. I like working with them. It's a nice collaboration because it's unusual for a Yorkshire storyteller to be working with an Indian classical dance company. But it works. And when the opportunity came up to do something about the First World War, I was enthralled by the proposition because I'm really interested in the poetry of the First World War and the stories of the First World War because of my own family stories. But the idea of doing something with a very Yorkshire-rooted storyteller alongside fabulously costumed dancers is a chance too good to miss.
It was great feeling working with Annapurna Dancing for this project.
It has been wonderful working as both as a musician and a visual artist. I've had the opportunity to sing some beautiful pieces of music.
I really enjoyed working with all the artists, the musicians and dancers. And it had a wide variety of compositions and the concept was lovely. And I'm looking forward to working in future as well.
Thrilled to bits is what I am, thrilled to bits.